So in the previous video, I was just mentioning in this comment, the only things that they capitalized was the that I talked about. The is 113 and whatnot. The is also 33, the highest degree of Scottish Rite Freemasonry. But then they capitalized the HH, the 88, and then literally this comment was 8 months and 8 days after what I was talking about in the video. The content of the video was all about 626, 8 months, 8 days later. What's even funnier about this whole, they're both connected to 626 because I talked about in the Carrie Roscoe video that the 919 has been following me because YouTube copyright struck my video, one of my very first videos on 919 of 2014 that even had a date numerology of 62 and a bunch of other stuff. They copyright struck it again a way long time later on the 177th day. The 177th day is 626. Then they copyright struck it again, I believe, on June 8th, which is 262 days after 919. So interesting that Carrie Orozco died on, or was born on 919, and the last Omaha police officer who died in that same way died on 919. Also the same day that Pope Francis went to Cuba and the beginning of his trip to the United States. Also, another interesting thing is the whole Corey Taylor thing. Slipknot has a song that's even called Gematria, the killing name. What are the odds of that? I tried explaining that to one of the people who talked crap a long time ago. They were like, you're just making up stuff, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, why in the world does Corey Taylor or Slipknot have a song called Gematria, the killing name? They kill people by the numbers. I mean, it's absolutely insane. I can't believe that a real person who would watch my video and literally just a real person would watch it. They'd say, what in the world, if I comment that to them, and they would go and look it up. And they would try to figure out what I'm talking about. This person just completely disregarded everything that I said, and Slipknot even has a song exactly describing what I am talking about. So while I'm on the kick of this, I want to talk about another time that this happened that I actually documented. It was on the day of the Super Bowl. I had all these people talking crap to me about the Zaevion Dobson death. And they did have a little documentary thing on the Super Bowl about Zaevion Dobson. And I'll explain to you in a second the reason that they did that. Just a stupid, stupid story. These people are ridiculous. They say they went to school with this kid and whatnot. They're a bunch of liars. Anyway, I had this video up on December 20th. Zaevion Dobson died on December 17th. Also just so happens to be Pope Francis's birthday. He is born on December 17th, 1936, he's age 79. Interesting, in the last video, I mentioned how 122 ties into the number 22 because it's the 22nd day of the year. So the day that Pope Francis went to the White House at 923 on 923, he's also the 266th Pope. 923 is the 266th day of the year. But if you go from 923 to 122, Pope Francis equals 122 in Gematria. It's a span of 121 days. Also, if you go from the day that Zaevion Dobson died and also Pope Francis's birthday, and you go to the day of the Super Bowl when I started getting attacked on my video, that's also a span of 1 month, 21 days, or 52 days. The 52 coincides with it. The 52nd prime is 239. In most parts of the world, they write 923, the date, as 23-9. We're in the 239th year of the United States. So they're showing you the 121. One of these people even started their account on 121 this year. Lexi O'Connell joined January 21st, 2016. What are the odds of that? This other person joined YouTube on the day of the Super Bowl. Literally, you're on there talking crap to me. You just joined YouTube on the same day that you're on there talking crap to me? No way. Fake profile. I even called her out on it. I said, or she told me, I'm stupid, blah, blah, blah. It was hard for our community. I said, a new person who just joined YouTube today, get out of here. Obviously, you're lying or whatever. And she wrote, I had to make a new Google account for my school's new Chromebooks. Plus, why would I lie about one of my closest friends, blah, blah, blah. Why do you need to make a whole new Google account just because you got a new Chromebook? That absolutely makes no sense. And who gets a new Google Chromebook in February? I mean, unless their school is some weird school that starts in February. I mean, are you kidding me? I don't know very many schools that have Christmas break until February. Maybe it's one of the other schools, that go so many times a year. I'll give that the benefit of the doubt. But no way, you still don't need to change your Google account, especially on the day of the Super Bowl. Lakin, Bradshaw, and Gematria also adds up to 56, with the S exception. Just like Zaevion Dobson's brother's name, just like the cop in the story's name. There's a whole bunch of 56 in that story that I talked about. Now this person on here talking crap, name adds up to 56. This next person, tells me they're an idiot, blah, 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 or I'm an idiot. But they're an idiot, but, what is the whole point of the video? One of the things that really exposes them here is that they say, blah, 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 I'm jerking off and making pointless videos about irrelevant numbers that add up in some ancient bullshit language. I never once even mention that in the video. I never once say some ancient language, blah, blah, blah. I never say anything about that. I just show the numbers and whatnot. I don't ever once say some ancient bullshit language. I don't talk about the ancient language of Gematria. I never say anything like that. That is something that, Zachary K. Hubbard would say that in the video. Not bullshit language, but he'd talk about how it's an ancient language and whatever. I do not say that in this video at all. So, why would she mention that? Why would this person say some ancient bullshit language? It's because it really exists. And also, supposedly, these two people went to high school together, or whatever, This one says that my school didn't get all of the computers until second semester, just by the way. And yes, I had to make a new Google account because my school didn't want any viruses from our old emails getting on the computer. That makes no sense at all. I mean, there are some gullible people in the world that could believe that crap. I'm not one of them. And that's what sucks, is I should just delete these comments because they come on here trying to discredit your video. I mean, whatever. The whole point of them even doing this, interesting because on the Super Bowl, I talk about the number 24 and 42. And holy cow here, hold on, let me find it. Alright, well the numbers 42 and 24, or especially 24, but 42 is the mirror, super significant in the Super Bowl. I mentioned a lot about how, it's the black code or whatever. Black people are surrounded with 42 and 59. The word slave equals 59. Negro 59. Tons of other examples. Blues equals 59. Motown Records came out in 1959. Eli Whitney died at the age of 59. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. The 59th day of the year ends in Black History Month. Or Black History Month normally ends on the 59th day of the year. The word nigger equals 42. February equals 42, the only month that adds up to 42. So interesting, them two numbers together. I mean, we work the 9 to 5, right? The 9 to 5, the 5 to 9, whatever. The mirror of 59. We're slaves. It's all a joke. But on the Super Bowl, they literally had the little documentary here of Zaevion Dobson. And I'm not even going to play it all. Let's point out one thing here when they show the picture. The fakest story ever. If this kid really died, it's unbelievable. Alright. Okay, so whatever. They play this whole segment. Just watch it and really look at the people's emotions and whatnot. And even the original CNN video, this kid gives an interview about his brother being murdered. There's a lot about 33 as well. If you go watch my other video about it, you know, he saved 3 girls. He got shot by, there was 3 suspects and whatnot. By the way, the word 3 in gematria equals 56, just like Zaevion, just like this guy's name. But look, him and his brother, number 4 and number 24. 4, 24, the mirrors, 42, 24, 24, 42. In the Super Bowl was all about the number 24 and the X theme in regards to the Black Panthers. Just want to show you really quick. The Broncos won with 24 points, just like the number that Zaevion, whatever, Dobson died, or used to wear, number 24. The score was 24-10, both numbers that represent the X. This was coded to the 1985 Chicago Bears, who won the Super Bowl in 1986. It was Super Bowl 20, which is also, they called it Super Bowl XX. And then this score ends up being 24-10. 10 in Roman numeral is an X. 24 in our language, X is the 24th letter. Talked about Beyonce doing this. Beyonce even wearing the X like Michael Jackson. I mean, tons of other stuff. Malcolm X. His real name is Malcolm Little. Little equals 24. Malcolm equals 24. X, the 24th letter. I mean, seriously, that story, all for a reason. All because he was number 24. They even mention, they have Obama in that video, and Obama says they dedicate, or whatever, in the video, when Obama's giving the speech, they mention that they're dedicating January 24th to, as Zaevion Dobson Day or whatever, the 24th day of the year, you know, because of number 24. The Super Bowl finishes with all this 24 coding. So you know what? I want to show one other clip from the Super Bowl that I never showed before. I wanted to talk about it. I just forgot. Obama, you know, was interviewed by Gayle King. Obama was interviewed by Gayle King before the Super Bowl began and whatnot. Listen to what Gayle King says. They're talking about having a Super Bowl party, and Gayle King says that she's going to invite her posse of 33. They mention it really quick and then move on, you know. 33, the highest degree of Scottish Rite Freemasonry. It's all a joke. So I just want to play it a few more times so you can hear it. I mean, it's such a joke. I can't believe people don't catch up to that. Why would you say 33? Why would you say a posse of 33? Why don't you invite your posse of 10 or 5? You're going to invite a posse of 33? It is a joke. Nobody says that in real life. I never once tell my friends, I'm going to invite a posse of 33. I might say, I'm going to bring like 10 of my friends. Never 33. It's time to wake up. And I didn't get a clip of it, but right after the Zaevion Dobson story, a guy mentions this Super Bowl right here, Super Bowl 42, and he even mentions about Plaxico Burress and the 2:39 left. New York got the ball on their own 17 with 2:39 left. Talked about that with a 9:23 and whatnot. Own 17-yard line. They won with 17 points on this play. A pass to Plaxico Burress. Plaxico Burress wore number 17. It is a joke. All these people are fake. Have a good night.